Aljo just got finished. Merab should be next in line.
And Merab stole Sean O'Malley's jacket in the last fight.
There's a little bit of marketability there. But you have that fight. Now I want to know, will Aljamain Sterling be as patient as Merab was, waiting for the title if Merab wins the title? Is he going to wait around? Is he going to be like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and just let my guy do his thing while I fight all the number one contenders?
I think
this is where you're going to run into. I think so.
Look, Aljamain's got his thing. You know, he's mad at you and me. That's fine.
Yeah.
But he's a quality person. He really is. You look at him.
I don't know him.
And you go, hey, he's got his shit together. Yeah, he's going to come at people that, you know, he thinks are, you know, in some way dissing him or not agreeing with what he did or something like that. But everything that I see, he has stayed mostly, you know, with the same training partners, the same camp overall. He's gone different places, you know, to test the waters and see different things, which every guy should. But he's loyal. And I think he's very loyal to Merab. And I think he would do the same thing that Merab. If Merab ended up being champion, I honestly think that Aljo would do it the same way.
All right. Well, I mean, we're going to find out, I think.
Yeah, we will. So.
Because if I'm the UFC...
So, Aljo, don't prove me wrong.
If I'm the UFC, though, I'm thinking Merab's up next. So then that automatically probably puts Aljo going to 145.
But if you're the UFC, is that the fight that's going to be... Look, you can look at it right now. Hold on. Just tell me this. You saw that crowd, and no matter what, there's always, you know, good fighters that don't have that X factor. Sean O'Malley's got it. He's got it. People love that guy. They love the attitude. They love the way he fights. They love the way he presents himself, even outside of fighting. And so the UFC doesn't get these kinds of guys so often. They have it with Israel Adesanya. Israel is a big seller. They had it with McGregor. We just, you know, things have happened and, you know, injuries, and then USADA, and so he hasn't fought in a long time. They have it now with Sean O'Malley. And with Sean O'Malley, you're looking and you're going, what's the biggest fight that I can make? Is it Merab, or is it against the guy that we have footage of beating Sean O'Malley, and we can get Sean O'Malley possibly getting revenge on him? What's gonna be your bigger seller?
I honestly think the Henry Cejudo is a bigger seller.
It might be. He might be. And look at it. The one thing about Henry can sell a fight. Mm-hmm. Henry will talk his ass off. You know, he already started saying, look, you're the second best fighter in the state you live in, you know, in the Bantamweight division. You go, nice line.
Yeah.
Nice line. You know, I'm not too sure it's the truth, but nice line.
I mean, it's hard to give Henry the title shot, though, coming off of a loss.
That's
you know,
it.
And Merab's right there.
So Merab,
Corey Sandhagen, and
Corey
Cheeto.
Sandhagen. Yep. So you could put Merab and Corey Sandhagen together, and Cheeto and O'Malley together.
No, I think what you would do is you would put Merab and Henry Cejudo like it was supposed to be. Two wrestlers gonna have to get after each other. That's the fight I want to see. And then you put Sean O'Malley either against Corey Sandhagen or Cheeto. And I think if marketability wise, you're probably gonna put him against Cheeto because he's already got the win over him.
Yep.
But for me, as a total fight nerd, I want to see the Corey Sandhagen fight because Corey Sandhagen is a fucking sniper.
So well,
yeah. He's a sniper.
They're both snipers.
They are, but Corey's. I look at Corey's being
O'Malley showed. There's certain times that you can watch fights, and this is, you know, the way it was when Conor fought Eddie Alvarez. Look, Eddie Alvarez is a freaking dog. He's a great fighter. He is, and man, he's shown so much heart in so many fights. But in that fight, when he lost his lightweight title to Conor, he was just outmatched at everything. He just couldn't do anything right.
He didn't fight smart, though. He didn't fight smart at all.
He didn't. But nothing worked. It's just, you know, it was all, everything Conor did made it look easy, you know, and he would sit there and he would get Eddie to, you know, swing at him, and he would just take a step back, get just a minute, and boop, here comes a shot. You go, man, range control, distance control, and that counter ability. landing the big shot. The only difference was one did it with a left hand while Sean O'Malley was doing it with the right hand, because that was the same thing that you were seeing against Aljo for only, a round and a half, if that. But he was so in control of the range, and his footwork was so good, and the feints that he was doing was just, they had Aljo guessing, and you don't want to be guessing when you're out there fighting.
No, I get it. I understand what you're talking about. So if we're talking about what's next, does Aljo get the automatic rematch? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I'm being honest. I don't think, especially off of what happened in that fight and the way it happened. The first round was, I'll give it to Aljo.
Would you?
But it's because of that last little bit, because really nothing happened. But when you were looking at it, it was a smart round for O'Malley. I'll give up that round to get my reads, to get my distance, to understand exactly what is happening, and to put just a little bit of doubt in Aljo's mind about, this is not quite the same that I was seeing in practice and all these things. So, you may have lost the round and, the judges as far as, because it was so close, and it was a close round. This is why you need a 10-point, 9-5. 10 and 9-5, because that no one deserves a full point on that one. But I look at that and I go, that was so close, not a whole lot of action, and then the whole part of the footwork and the setup, and then knocking him out. That's you got to give it. That's not what you're going to give an automatic rematch to. It's got to be more than that, in my opinion.
But I have a question, though. We often talk on here about, hey, this guy deserves an automatic rematch because of what he's done in the division. He's been champion for this long.
That division has too many killers.
Whoa.
Too many killers.
Let me finish.
Go ahead. Okay. I apologize.
We talk about that because it's based on the fact that, all the talk up to this was he's the best bantamweight that has ever existed.
No, who said that?
Did you not hear the whole...
Oh, I hear the marketing.
Well, you and I had a conversation last show about he was potentially better than Dom.
He was getting up there with Dom.
Better than... He's not up there with Dom. As much as
I
like Aljo, and I said that. But so the conversation, though, the UFC and the DCs and everybody else was that we're basically saying that he is considered to be probably up there with the top guy, being the number one bantamweight of all time. No, I like Aljo. I know he doesn't like me, but I like Aljo. I think he's phenomenal. You can't go through the division the way that he went through it, and he made a lot of it look easy. And in this division, it's the most dominant division in the sport. He has been phenomenal. But I still don't think he's better than Dom. Dom now obviously is older, and we're comparing
Well, yeah, you can't compare him now with Dom now, but when Dom was in his prime and Aljo's in his prime, I'm probably still going to say Dom was the guy that I would have gone with, but I could have been wrong.
Well, Dom being away for so long and still coming back and being able to beat guys like TJ.
Yeah.
And then TJ, I put TJ maybe in him, probably in the same category. I might even put Aljo a little bit ahead of TJ given the positive tests. Those are things that I look at. And I'm sorry, I've done that for every champion that has tested positive. I look at it that way. So, and Aljo's never tested positive, and he deserves all the respect in the world for not testing positive. And so if I'm going to put someone ahead of somebody, I'm going to probably put Aljo ahead of everyone else except for probably Dom.
100% agree.